this right. So I have initiated the recording. Right. So welcome everyone. Good evening once again. Welcome to the District 116 PR Majlis. Now, this particular event is an online town hall meeting for all Toastmasters Club PR officers. This is specially kept so that we as the district and you as the club VP-PRs bridge the gap between both of our roles. And this gives an opportunity for you to connect with all of us in the district, and you get the message better communicated. Any issues you might have, anything you might face can be resolved in such town hall meetings. This particular concept of a town hall meeting will be held every month as far as practically possible, and heading towards at least March or so. Of course, then DTAC will try to find time to have such meetings as well. But rest assured, we will try to keep up this particular meeting on a weekday as best as possible. Now, the topics for tonight's meeting are very much straightforward. We would like to deliver a role refresher training. Now, this will not be a club officers training, or it will not count towards your club officers training, but this will be like your, a refresher training on similar to the lines of the club officers training, of course, but it will not count towards your credit or, that the fact that you've attended. The reason why we wanted to implement this is because there might be some concepts which might not have been understood at the beginning of the year. And now there is a possibility that our club VP-PRs are getting the connect, so that many, we were supposed to do this and we are not supposed to do that. So it's good to have a refresher on what your role is about. Then we'll have a brief discussion on the PR awards. I'm sure there'll be questions over there as well. And there'll be an open resolution session, which will be mostly like a Q&A session for general queries. So if you are okay, I'll go ahead and start with the VP-PR role refresher training. This will be my perspective as well. And if you have, feel free to ask me questions. And of course, for the purpose of for time constraints, I'll try to answer as best as possible, and maybe in the open Q&A session, I might elaborate further. So are we ready? No, I mean, sorry, I can't see the thumbs up or something, but at least you can unmute yourself and also speak. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Definitely. Yeah. Yes. Lovely. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Great. Thank you. So this is our first session. Right. The first question now, unmute yourselves, everyone, and let me ask you, what does PR mean to you? You can put it in the chat box as well. You can speak out. So don't worry. I mean, we don't have 1,000 people here. So, feel free to. It's not a Slido poll, by the way. Sorry, I'm just getting, it's auto forwarding itself. But what does it mean? You can, in your words, what does PR mean for you?
Advertising. It's a means to attract people towards our club.
Okay.
Making a flyer of every meeting and circulate on Facebooks and in club, and make aware of the meeting date, venue, like this. And for the guest to come, we have to mispublish our club like this. in the form of flyer.
Okay. You're able to see the screen, right, in full, or are you seeing even the chat boxes or something? No, right? On this thing, my screen, you can see the presentation screen, right?
Presentation screen is only showing not logged in. It's a blank screen.
Yeah. It means login using Slido or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, no, because I have a bit of many windows open, so I was wondering, like, okay, hope it's not crowded for every one of you. Bear in mind that of course, sorry. I think what idea you have about PR is some of the tasks which you have to do. But PR as a concept is entirely an amazing concept. The one question which nobody asks before any club officers training, especially for PR, is this: what is PR? So because most often what happens is even the Toastmasters official presentation, it does not cover what is PR in the true essence. So we need to first understand what is PR and get it. So let me go here. What is PR? Okay, so just to give you an idea about what PR is about as a concept and as a function, it is about managing communication, shaping perceptions, and building relationships. Okay, this is basically the three main the holy trinity of PR. And why do we do this? It is to create a positive image and maintain a strong reputation for the organization and the individuals. So So think about this definition and link it to what you're doing as a club VP-PR. You are managing communication, right? I mean, social media communication and all sorts of communication which you're handling. You're shaping the perceptions. Now, how compliant you are and um, how much active you are in PR shapes the perception of how well your club is doing as well, right? And then you of course build your relationships. PR is one of the main things is PR is public relations. So that is building relationships with people, with not only with people but also with organizations. So this is the main the holy trinity of PR, I would say. And why we do this is, well, a positive image and for maintaining the strong reputation of our club. So I hope you've understood the concept of what PR is about, and I hope it elevates your perspective of what your role is. Right? I mean, this is what it is, because PR, it's not only about creating a newsletter. PR is not only about creating a flyer. No, you are at a much more strategic level in your club. You are the bridge between the club world and the outside world. So it is a magnificent and absolutely thrilling role to be in, where you get to get the best of both worlds. VP membership comes closer, but PR is the one that is all about maintaining relationships. For a VP membership, I'm sorry, I'm being biased here, but PR is my favorite role. Once the VP membership job is done with the new member added to the club, khalas, then the VP membership looks for new members. So you see, all these roles have certain limitations. They can only either in or out of the club. It's only PR which functions in both the spheres. So how excited are you now that you've got a really good idea about, oh my God, I'm a very superhuman person now. Right. So next we understand, sorry. Give me a moment. Right. Right. So the point on the agenda is, of course, trying to understand the VP-PR roles, responsibilities, and what the resources are that are available for each one of you. And feel free to ask me any questions in between as well. Now, the session objectives, this is similar. Now, we'll be going through the club officers training presentation with some possibly 1 or 2 slides which I've added in just as a question. I will try to explain and try to give you a fresh perspective on some of these slides. And it might be repetitive for some, I understand, but at least it will help you get a different perspective from district PR manager, at least. Right. And yeah, so we'll go ahead. Now, first of all, congratulations. I know it's been 3 months since you've already been a VP-PR, but how has the journey been? You can put it on chat, you can unmute yourself and feel free. Nobody? Sorry, I cannot hear anybody.
Feeling grateful while doing this job.
Okay, okay. That's a nice perspective. So I've learned a lot. Journey has been good and trying to learn more. Amazing. Been fun, sometimes, yeah, tedious. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, so it's been a mixed bag for many of you, right? I mean, the role of a VP-PR, I mean, it's not certainly been something that is been as easy for some, you know. So it's perfectly what the role is about, you know. The role of the VP-PR is quite challenging, but it is rewarding at the same time as well. And yeah, so yeah, okay, moving ahead. Now, there are certain responsibilities which you as a VP-PR have. It is at the club meeting, outside the club meeting, and what your responsibilities are as the executive committee member. So we'll go through each one of them. Should you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's not, this is, you know, an exchange of ideas sort of a meeting. So feel free to come in. But of course, if somebody else is speaking, we can maintain decorum and let the other person speak as well. Right. So before you start, are you aware of these documents? The Toastmasters International Brand Manual, the Distinguished Club Program, and the Club Leadership Handbook. Are you all aware? I'm sorry, I cannot see the thumbs up because I'm in a screen share mode. So you will just have to speak or at least put it in chat that yes or something, or at least speak.
We're aware of the first one, but not the second and the third.
All right, all right. Anybody else familiar with the TRI brand? Okay, okay. Right. So I think if that's the case, let me just guide you in this aspect. Most of you are aware of the first one, right? The TI brand manual, where that is the bread and butter for us, right? The holy book of us and Toastmasters. Now, the next 2 documents, so the Distinguished Club Program, is something which every club officer has to go through. I will send, I think, I don't know if I've sent the links previously, but you can go through the Distinguished Club Program. It outlines in detail, rather, what each club needs to do for its success. So it is important that you as a club officer understand the requirements of how to be a distinguished club, leading to a president's distinguished club. And this means that it kind of gives you the idea of the expectations, the like what is to be done. So I will, of course, we will share this document with you also, maybe at towards the end of the meeting or on the WhatsApp group as well. The next one is called the Club Leadership Handbook. Now, this is a very, very important handbook, or some kind of like a manual. It elaborates and explains each and every role at the club level, and even some at the district, up to the district level and region level. There is also something called as the District Leadership Handbook, which is a bit more advanced. But what the Club Leadership Handbook says is it gives you an outline of your role as well as the VP-PR, and gives you certain like what do you say, resources, for a lack of a better word, sorry. It gives you certain resources, it gives you certain ideas as to which month what to do. And this is again a very very important document, and I really urge everyone. I'll be sharing this particular document with you on the WhatsApp group after this particular session is over. Both are PDF documents. Please go through them. They are very essential, and this will help you to become a better club VP-PR. Telling you that read this, then you will understand much more as to what you're expected to do even further. Right. Sorry, apologies. Sorry, I lost something. Okay. Now, how many of you talk about Toastmasters in your community or workplace? Feel free to talk, feel free to type. Okay, Toastmaster Akhil, okay, you do, that's great, amazing. Toastmaster Munira, thank you, of CM. Anybody wants to share something, like how do you share? What do you talk about Toastmasters? What is it that you talk about Toastmasters?
It depends whom you're talking to, but
Hmm?
most of the times I ask, are you scared of talking with strangers? Are you scared of talking in public?
Okay.
Most of the time is a yes. And then my question says, have you heard of Toastmasters?
Amazing. And I'm getting some in the chat box as well, some like basically all the opportunities of we have and the people that we meet, how it helps to build confidence, about the benefits. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I want to do my first newsletter as my achievement, and I thought of talking. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's quite an amazing thing to do. The thing is, we don't talk as much usually, but being in this role of VP-PR, you have to talk about Toastmasters, because ultimately you are the, you're like the gatekeeper. You become like a gatekeeper. You become like the representative of the organization, and people see the benefits coming through you. Elevate yourself at all times. Always speak about the benefits. And even though you might have something going on, just talk about some achievement, maybe something good which you got about from your Toastmasters club or from a networking meeting. Always talk about it as a club VP-PR. That's amazing. Thank you. That's a very good comments coming through. So when you talk, so what is your role in the end? You need to, of course, talk, but there is some substance to your role, right? You need to know what you're doing as a club VP-PR. So the club vice president public relations promotes the club to the local community and notifies the media about the club existence and the benefits it provides. Now, you as the club VP-PR have to promote your club to the local community. This is like the summary of your job, okay, as a Toastmaster, rather as a club VP-PR. You have to promote your club and its members. Notify the media. Try to promote that, hey, we are ABC Toastmasters and we are here. We build, we give you a supportive and learning environment, and we empower you. And how best you promote that with your activities, club meetings, so on. You promote the club, you update your web content, and also safeguard the Toastmasters brand identity. Now, most of you have done the brand workshop, right? Where it is important that why the Toastmasters brand matters. The brand itself, it's like an identity, right? It's think of your name. Why are you called? So for example, Toastmaster Sumita, why are you called Sumita? Because it's you. That's who you are. That's your identity. When you hear somebody mispronounce your name, you don't feel right, isn't it? You feel, oh, why is that person not correctly pronouncing my name? So that is what it is. So even Toastmasters as an organization, we want to project it in the positive way. So that is why we have to safeguard the brand identity. And whenever somebody does something newsworthy, you have to notify the media. And it's not only the newsprint media, it's also the social media. So whenever somebody achieves a DTM or somebody achieves a pathway project or level completion, promote it. Make that member feel that they belong to Toastmasters. They feel that they belong to your club. Encourage them, and you have to collaborate with your other team members, like your VP education, your president, everyone. Get into this mindset of service leadership. How best can I promote others for the benefit of the club? The moment you ask yourself this question, ideas will keep coming. And of course, the sky's the limit. You have to keep that mindset that in order to understand your role, ask this simple question, which I reiterate once again. How best can I serve my Toastmasters Club members and make them feel that they are part of our club? This simple question will definitely give you lots of answers. And of course, the Vice President Public Relations will write news releases, create and distribute flyers, and maintain the club's presence on the web and in the community. On the web also means the website, social media, and also the community. So as you see, it is a very community-driven role wherein you are always engaging with people. So how exciting is this role really? So are you still thinking that it's only flyers and newsletters, or is it something much more? What do you feel? Anybody can? Much more, right? From VP-PR, much more. And see, it's only been 3 months for you. Okay, I understand. Like, you're still starting out in this role. Maybe some of you might be doing it for the second time. I don't know. But at least right now, yes, it's an important role, Toastmaster Munira. And right now, only 3 months in, you've got the best part of 9 months, even counting the month of Ramadan, everything is the time for you to shine. And I'm telling you, if you play your cards properly, you will be much more elevated in terms of your presence and in terms of developing your own self. It's not about being an extrovert. Even the best introverts have made the best of PR managers or Club VP-PRs. I have many names which I can share. It is a very important role which helps you develop yourself as well. Now, we talked about the brand manual, and many of you would have attended the workshop held by District 116, wherein Toastmaster Bindu had delivered the concept of the brand manual. This is what the brand manual is, the contents of it are. And I hope everyone is aware of the contents of this brand manual. I urge you, please go through this one by one. It doesn't matter. I don't expect you all to read it in one go. Take your time, one day this, one day this, and you will understand, oh, what Toastmasters expects. Any creative you make, this is the guideline you should follow. This is what Toastmasters expects. It's a very simple and easy to understand manual. And I'm telling you, the moment you understand it more, you go through this, you understand, oh, many of you don't even do this, but they don't use the email signature, which is there. The email signature is so powerful. When you send an email as a Club VP-PR to the rest of your organization, rather the rest of your club members, you will see the difference. There are many things also, like if you want to design a t-shirt for your club, there are apparel guidelines which you can follow. What about building a club? These are the website guidelines. If you are part of a corporate club, what are the corporate club guidelines related to PR? And even gavel clubs. I'm sure there is something for everybody here. And of course, the visual guidelines. So I hope the brand manual is something that you would go through time and again. And if at any point you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. We shall, either myself or one of our members will assist you from the PR XCOM team. Right. Just a moment. Yeah. Now, what to do at the club meetings, before the club meetings, upon arrival at club meetings, and during the club meeting. So let us go through that one by one. Are there any questions still here before this, at least up till the brand manual? Maybe I can take a question or so.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
That is like I'm trying to make an Instagram page for
Sorry.
for my club.
Can you identify yourself? Sorry, I cannot see this thing. I'm sorry for that. Yeah.
I'm Sumita from Royal Qatar Toastmasters.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So I was trying to do the Instagram page, and I created a Gmail account for the club itself. Then later on, I tried to open it, but it doesn't work. Something goes wrong. So is there any way? Is there
maybe
anyone
it's a
I can
login
contact?
issue. It's a login issue. Maybe you can sort this out. Basically, what you can do is you're creating an Instagram account for your club, right?
Yes.
And does your club have a Facebook account as well, or?
No, nothing. It's the first.
So, what I suggest is if you've created a Gmail account for your club, all right, make sure your password and everything is correct and in the right casing and everything, and then try to log in, because otherwise, I mean, if you are facing login issues, it's just basically that. Try to troubleshoot it that way. Try to see whether your password is correct or not, and then find out, because I mean, if you're not able to log in, then it becomes a desktop issue. So maybe you need to get your password correct, or if you've forgotten your password, click on forgot password and generate a new password.
Okay. And I have another question related to this. That is, do we have a IT or some kind of team, technical team for sorting these kind of issues in Toastmasters?
We don't have a team because IT, we have IT support only for our Zoom account, which happens during the DTACs and everything. But for all these queries, I mean, we can try to resolve it using online resources as well. I think the best way to look forward is to find out what your issue is. Just email it to, you can share it on the group what the issue is. and hopefully somebody, with an IT background will be able to resolve it. But this is not related to Toastmasters, right? It is mostly like a login issue, which can be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
But share it on the group, and I'm sure somebody will just frame in one message itself, and we'll try to resolve some way or the other.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead now. It's, okay. Right. So this is what we talked. Now I'll go through the checklist as to what is required by a club VP-PR, what to do before the club meetings. Verify that the information on all the resources, that your website, social media is correct. Why? Because imagine you put your meetings on the website and social media as we meet on Mondays 7 to 9. When in actual you meet on Wednesday 7 to 9. Now, if some guest wants to come and see your club and comes as a walk-in, and they found out, oh, I went on a Monday, nobody's there. Maybe the club closed down. All right. So avoid that and make sure anywhere where you've mentioned about your club, all the information about your club is correct. Coordinate with other ExCom members. Every role player, like right from your president to the sergeant at arms, it's very important. Connect with them. Maybe you need some assistance for the newsletter. Maybe you need sergeant at arms support for some club resource during the meeting. VP membership for promotion material. Please make sure that you are well connected with all your members. And of course, finance manager, right? You need the fulus, very important, isn't it? Especially if you're ordering the promotional materials. What we suggest is make use of the opportunity and order promotional materials from the Toastmasters International website. We are trying to see if there is any cost-effective way to do so, and the district is working on it. But right now, the best way is for all the clubs, or rather any areas or division, to come together, get a consolidated order and get it ordered from Toastmasters. This will save a lot on the shipping costs for each and every one. This is what we recommend. Yeah. Sorry, can you? Yeah, I think you're still on this thing. Maybe you can mute yourself for the time being. Thank you. Right. Thank you. Now, during the club meetings, now imagine, okay, I want you to all visualize what happens during the club meetings. During the club meetings, distribute your promotional materials. Maybe you have a flyer with you, or maybe you have a ribbon with you, or something with you which you can promote your club. You do that. Okay, inform them, give them leaflets. Along with the club VP membership, also you can give this to your club guests and everyone. Now, any public relations efforts you do, maybe you got in touch with the media outlets, or you advertise this position somewhere. What were the results of that? Did somebody call you? You can make that information. You can inform your club that, hey, we did this and this happened. Announce your PR campaigns. Now, recently, I'm sure most of you are aware, we did a PR campaign called for the mental health awareness in Toastmasters. Now, you could do a campaign as long as you follow the brand guidelines on something that is relevant to your club. Maybe you could have a campaign related to something like something for a membership building campaign, which would be tied up with the membership role as well, the VP membership. So how would you as a VP PR support it with flyers and announcing it, getting in touch with media? You can do that. And solicit volunteers. During the meeting, when you're asked during the business session, would you like to speak? Speak up. Don't worry, just stand up and speak. Even if you have to say 1-2 lines, just speak. You get an opportunity, so why not? And during this time, ask for people that I am on the PR team and I'm looking for amazing people who can be part of my team. It will be on a part-time basis, or you can sell it to them, but convince them that why it is very important, and tell them why it is a learning opportunity for many. You might not get it in the first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, you might not get any volunteers, but as the more you ask, somebody will definitely come up. And by the time you have around 6th or 7th meeting, you might even have your own big team. So please continue doing so. Outside the club meeting, that is now, what do you do outside the club meeting when the meeting is not there? Publicize the Toastmasters brand. And of course, you can talk about Toastmasters. You can promote Toastmasters. How do you promote the club? When you promote the club by writing an article in a newspaper that we had so and so meeting and it was a themed meeting, or maybe your 100th meeting, anything, but just promote the club properly. Maintain the club website. If you have not built your club website, try to do so. We had a workshop recently about free toast host, and I'm sure many of you have attended that. The video is also available on the YouTube channel. Understand how to build a club website and how to maintain it. It's a very important tool, and it's quite enriching the entire process. And join a Toastmasters moderated social networking website. On Facebook, there is a Toastmasters International group, which is administered by Toastmasters themselves. That is Toastmasters International. Join it and understand what is going on worldwide. What are the best practices being followed? Who is sharing what? What are the people's concerns? Please do so, and you will get a much better idea about what Toastmasters is doing. Trust me, the perspectives you get, amazing. Right. Again, we have got some, produce and distribute a club newsletter. Many of you have already been doing that. That's amazingly well done. Many of the, in fact, not some, many of the newsletters are absolutely fantastic and really doing a great job. You then promote your membership programs along with your VP membership. Again, important point, attend your club XCOM meetings. The XCOM meetings are not just held for the sake of having them. They are held so that you can achieve your objectives, your DCP goals. And the last one, of course, is attend other Toastmasters events. Attend other club events. Attend area conference meetings. Attend division or district trainings or workshops or conferences. Or even if you go to your home country for vacation, try to visit a local club. Trust me, it is an enriching experience. Take a photograph, take a video, be part of it. And once you immerse yourself, you will understand what your club needs as well. I will share the link for the website designing for sure. Thank you, Shabuna. Now, when you talked about soliciting volunteers, this is related to arranging your replacement or assistance. The moment you got the office role, the VP-PR role, the first day becomes the day where you have to start planning your successor. So even if you haven't started planning who will replace you next year, start now. Because next year, you ideally want to go in for a bigger role, isn't it? So for that to happen, you need to train somebody. You need to mentor somebody who will take up this role as well. So start now so that by the end of next year, you will have easily given the handover without having too much. And you can concentrate on your next role, your bigger role perhaps in the following year. Now, as part of the executive committee, you provide a public relations report. Now, what goes on in the public relations report, you might ask? The public relations report consists of, it's your own customized report, mind you, but it is only given to the executive committee. start by chronologically listing all the activities which you did right from when your term started. Even the small things you did, note them down, because even a small thing matters. Try to have these reports on a monthly basis or on a quarterly basis. Try not to have them for 6 months, because we tend not to remember what we did over a period of 6 months. So what I did when I was the club VP-PR, we had to give it every 3 months, because that was what we had agreed upon. But if your club meetings are very dynamic and very regular, monthly would be very good, so that it keeps you fresh and updated. And of course, you propose new promotion ideas with, so try to find out ways in which you can promote the club by going outside, understanding, propose these things like, hey, can we do this? Why don't we hold a meeting when the weather is nice in the desert sand dunes? Or why don't we hold a dhow crows meeting on a dhow boat? Many of them have done that in the past, and they have been super successful. So try to come out with new promotion ideas for your clubs and activities. You will learn, okay? The ideas will keep coming once you start thinking in the right direction. Any format for the PR report? There is no format for the PR report, because it is, again, it's based on your club. What I will do is I can share you the link of the Toastmaster standard report, which you can perhaps modify to a certain extent to facilitate your report as well. So that can be done. But again, that is entirely between you and your XCOM. So it's not an official document which we have to submit to TI. But I will share that resource as well. Please remind me on the group, WhatsApp group as well, in case I forget. Right. Now, how to fulfill the VP-PR responsibilities? How, when, who, what? I mean, these are the, we'll understand these questions in a bit. Now, the question, how will you fulfill this responsibility? When will each action be completed? Who is available to help you? And what materials and resources can you use? Ask yourself these questions. Based on what you have understood and what your understanding of this role is, how would you fulfill the responsibility of a VP-PR? Basically, understand what, who is available to help you. You have to set a timeline. So this is basically your action plan, right? You sit down. Even if you haven't got an action plan now, that's fine. It's never too late to start. You've already done many things, right? You got your club newsletter, you might have got a website, you might have done many things. Fine. But here on, have a definite action plan, following a schedule. This is like project management in many ways. And build your resources. A Toastmasters website has a plethora of resources for all VP-PRs. I'm telling you, the more you explore, the more you will enjoy in this particular role. The checklist. Now, what are the checklists of you as a VP-PR? Now, of course, this was at the beginning of the year. You attend the district-sponsored club officer training program. Many of you have done it. Read the materials. You might have seen the materials which we had quoted at the beginning. Now, meet with the outgoing XCOM members and also the outgoing VP-PR. Now, this is something, of course, which should have been done in the previous cycle. But in case you need, you're stuck somewhere, ask the previous role holder, how did you do this? You can even meet with the current XCOM committee of the other clubs and possibly have a best idea sharing, sharing of best practices and ideas. And get in touch with all your executive committee members, which I've also highlighted before. Keep everyone in the loop. What is going on and what are you up to? And invite people to serve on your committee. When you do that, when you solicit volunteers, you're also creating leaders for the future. It takes a leader to create a leader. Remember that. You have order the public relations materials try to do so. And as we have advised, try to do it by ordering it together. Many clubs come together and order. Your cost will be minimized, especially when it comes to shipping costs. Solicit articles for the website as well as the newsletter. Get in touch with all your club members. Encourage them. Please, you give me your thoughts, give me your ideas, write something. They might not be good writers, but they might be good poets. They might be good photographers as well. You never know. So encourage everyone to come out and get out of that comfort zone. Next is develop a media list. A media list means something like who are the newspapers whom you wish to contact, what are your social media accounts, everything, whatever resources you have, social media, print media, put them in a particular document. Get everything in one place. This will make a job a lot more easy for you and your team. Here are some additional resources which we have. Of course, these are all linked. I'll be sharing the PDF version of this file as well. These are the links where you can go and access these particular documents, all about Toastmasters, DCP program, club success plan, and so on. Very essential documents. Now, there was a question asked here. Of course, it's gone now. So sorry, this one. But this was a few years ago. Now, I will tell you something why this photo is very dear to me is because this was the first training I did while the first VP-PR training I did as a division director. So because that was the same year I was the division director, and that was also the first time our district was a provisional district. So we became a district in that year. So you're seeing the many people who were club officers of the newly formed provisional district of Qatar. And after this particular beautiful session ended with all these amazing VP-PRs at that time, I penned kind of like a stanza poem of sorts. And this is what it went. We are the voice. We are the chaos. We are the colors that transcend all palettes. We are the misfits. We are the magicians. Who are we? We are VP-PRs. We are everything that others are not. So it's as simple as that. So that's why the VP-PR role is dear to me, because this is the most creative of all the roles, and it gets you out of the comfort zone in no time whatsoever. The amount of things you will learn in this role are just fabulous. So this concludes the training session, not the entire training, not the entire session, but at least the this thing. And I'll stop the share. Right. And okay, here's me, the man behind the photo. So I hope you've got an insight and an idea into the role of the VP-PR. We still have got 5 minutes. Any questions related to the training materials? You can put on your cameras also if you want. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, hello. Oh, new faces. Lovely. Any questions here from the audience, at least, as far as the training material goes? Like any questions on the VP-PR role that you might have, or at least that's what we'll start with first. The PR awards and all can come later. All right, we're good. All right, yeah, Toastmaster Lina.
Yes. Recently, we released the newsletter of Abha Ladies.
Okay.
Now, my question is, now when you release a newsletter, how do we ensure that people read it?
Okay, you want to measure it, or you want to ensure that it's actually read by people? Like, please go ahead and flip it. Which is the one, former or latter?
Both.
Okay, so all right. Now see, there are certain like you use issue or e-sign or something like that, right? Some of them I think you use these online resources like the
Yes.
online
Yes.
readers, right? Now, many of them have, since you're using these things like Issue, for example, they have this particular feature where it tracks how many people have read it and what was the engagement time. I think this is an advanced or a pro feature for some of them, which you might have to pay. So that is one way in which you will understand how many people were engaged and how many people turned your articles. I think there was one, I'm really not sure which is that one, but there was one that on which page did people spend more time on, right? So there was something, I really don't remember which resource it was, and it was a paid feature, of course. So there are these things, but is it worth investing? Now, it depends on your club financials. If you
Yeah.
want to, I mean, if you can afford, okay, go ahead. I mean, I'm not complaining. But here the thing is, how do we rationalize it? So my suggestion is, if it is not needed, that's fine. But the most important one way I can give you as a suggestion, when you release your newsletter, after you release your newsletter, release a quiz contest based on the contents of your newsletter. Meaning, ask 3 questions, minimum, say it's simple, and release it to anyone, maybe your club member, or try to keep it within the club if you want to start out with, if you want to as a trial. And maybe then you can go outside and hold it on Facebook. What that does is it encourages the member and give it a very small token prize or something, certificate or something which can be easily printed, or like a pen or something of a very nominal gift item for the member who gets all the answers right. What that does is it engages your members, right? And it makes them go through the newsletter and ask them very, like funny questions sometimes. You never know, like then people actually go and read it all. So that is one way in which you can get members to engage and come back to your this thing. I hope that kind of like gives you an idea of how you get more members to engage with your newsletter.
Yes. My experience has been that after we published our newsletter, sorry, everyone in our club, they have read it. I'm talking about when we are putting it outside, say, for example, in District 116 group, council group, and Division H, we have a big WhatsApp group for Division H members. So how do I know whether they have read or not? I want a feedback on my newsletter, basically.
Yeah. So you can release a feedback form as well to all the people like whom if you're sending it by email, tell them that I would love your feedback. Send them a feedback form. Call, if you're sending it to a few leaders whom you know, call them randomly and ask them, how did you like my newsletter? What could I have done to make it better? Then you will know who read it and who wouldn't. Try to do that. And don't worry.
Your feedback, sir?
What? Sorry?
Can you give me your feedback?
No, I will not give you the feedback because I haven't read your newsletter yet.
Okay, no issues.
So no, I will know. I have. There is a reason for that. Is because I will be reading all the newsletters when I have to submit it to the judges for evaluation. So for me, I know even my own club's newsletter I haven't read, and I've told them that I'm keeping it on pending till I actually start with the review process. So I want to make sure that my mindset is proper and that way. So I'll be reviewing the newsletters maybe towards after next week only, and then we'll be releasing it to the judges after vetting them, which one are confirming to the standards and everything, the guidelines. Then so that is my reason. So and of course, I will not be sharing initially because then it would be a conflict of interest.
But I know you will read it. I'm sure you'll read
I will. No, I will. No, I love reading. I love reading. I mean, I can show you. I mean, I have 4 bookshelves here with me, so I love reading. So you can't stop me from reading things. So definitely, I will be going through each one by one, and always lovely to know what our clubs are up to. So many new things we can learn as well. Right.
Sir, I have one more question.
Yeah, feel free.
Before we had our open house meeting.
Yes.
We had our open house meeting. So what we had done within our XCOM, what we had decided is that, for example, now I am a Malayali. So I made a video to attract Malayalis inside the community and outside also, those who are not part of our club.
Okay.
I made that video speaking in Malayalam, but I guess I have seen other videos where they put the Toastmasters disclaimer in the video. The small disclaimer that is seen. Now, I was not sure how to do that. Is there any way somebody can teach me on that?
Yeah.
Next time we release a video, I want to do it.
Okay, so basically you use a simple video editing tool which are available with you. InShot is one, and you find out any free video editing tools as well. And I'll have to find out something else even on the app. Let me find it out. I use InShot, INSHOT. Okay, I use that. INSHOT, but it's a paid version, so it comes with the watermark. But there are many free ones as well. So what you do is, once you go into edit mode, just, okay, now before that, create an image file with the Toastmasters disclaimer and your club name on top as the heading. You would have seen in many other club websites, yeah? Put that as an image file, save it. And when you open the edit option, right, in the video, insert a slide before the start of the video, and in that slide you put in the image. That's it. Okay, and then of course then process it and save it, or any other edits you want to do. That's it. It's as simple as that. The process might be different from application to application, but the core concept remains the same. You basically insert the image into that. It's very easy and no need to go very deep into creating something from the insert the image. That's more than fine, as long as it's clear.
Yeah, actually, my video received a lot of applause, a lot of appreciations from the club members, from the district,
Lovely.
And also my friends. But all through, I've been feeling guilty that I didn't put the disclaimer, which is required.
That is required. That is required, and that is something that
I'm still feeling guilty about it.
You have to approach. I think you would have seen the brand guidelines that you have to approach Toastmasters for the trademark use request as well, right? For certain creators. So please go through that as well. And it's a very important element of what we do in Toastmasters. Please go through that particular line. I can share that the brand manual also with you, and we can wait, where is it? Sorry. Just a moment, please.
Yeah, brand manual is there in the TI website.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm opening the video guidelines, right? I want to show that point to you so that images, video guidelines. Right. So basically, here you go. Yeah, so you can see these are the video guidelines. Once your video is ready, submit a trademark use request. Okay, and where will you go to trademark use request? You can go onto the
brand at Toastmasters.
Brand at Toastmasters, and also you can do it online as well. All right. When creating, of course, you use these guidelines as a checklist, credits at the end and all that. So just make sure that you fulfill all these criteria and along with the disclaimer, and you're good to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So any other question before we move on to the PR awards? None? Okay, so I will go to the PR awards. Give me a moment. Right. All right. I think here we are. Give me a moment. I think this will be very quick. Yeah, is the screen visible, right? Yeah, all good? Yeah, lovely. Great. Thank you. So these are the PR awards. Now, the reason why I'm going through this again is just to reacquaint yourself with these awards so that you know what we are expected. And, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. That's me, of course. Now, this is our PR Awards chair, Toastmaster Aparna. She's from Pearl Toastmasters, and she agreed to be part of the PR Awards chair. Recently, of course, she has been, going on vacation, and I think she was also held up with some things. But in the coming months, she'll be definitely part of more active when it comes to releasing the informations as well. So this is the email ID which you can also get in touch with her. She has the access. You can get in touch with us on the group as well if it is something very quick that you want. Now, these are the general guidelines. Now, just going through these guidelines in place, the entries must be submitted by all Toastmasters members and clubs in good standing. The criteria is given below. Now, there is a Google Drive which has been created, and the link is there on each page of this particular document. Now, everyone is aware of this document. Everyone has it, I'm sure. And most definitely, the link is also there, and I will go through that as well. This is the format in which we request for the document or any creative that you submit. This will be like your flyer or newsletter or something. So put the award code, the document details, club, area, or division as the case, and when was this document released. So that's about it. And it'll be, the reason is it becomes easier for us to track. So if that can be followed, that will be really great from your side. Now, this is, of course, the ethics and legal aspects of it. Try to make sure that they are original and no copyrighted works and materials are provided. If you are providing it, make sure you have the appropriate permissions provided to all of us. They should adhere to all the TI values and brand guidelines and all other Toastmasters international governing documents as applicable. So if we notice something which does not comply to any governing document, we take note of it and we advise you accordingly. We have competent committee of judges who are reviewing this. Let me tell you straight up that the judges who are there do not belong to District 116. They are outside the district, so there is no question of any bias whatsoever in our review process. That is why some of the flyer awards are taking time, because many of them are not easily accessible and all. So we are trying our best to get them to respond as soon as possible. But yeah, it's better to be late rather than have an element of bias. That's what I feel. And, so that's how we've kept it. And of course, the decision shall be final and binding. Any dispute cases, if any, can be brought straight to me as to why you believe it's a dispute case. And we can take it up accordingly. I hope there won't be though, but yeah. Now, these are our 4 categories, award levels we have at the club, area, division, and the general level. There is the PR Awards guideline sheet, which you can link it from here as well. In the PDF, it is available. So you can click on it and open it. The Club PR Public Relations Awards. Now, this is the most famous one, which everyone has been very actively pursuing. That's the Frequent Flyer Club Awards. The folders have been created, and here you see is the link. So I think it's just because I'm doing it in a different way. It's not linking, and I'm using a other document. I think in the PDF file which I've shared with you, I believe that everyone is able to access the link, right? So definitely you can get it. If you're not able to, please get in touch with me and I will send you the linked one. But since everyone is posting their flyers regularly, I'm beginning to assume that everyone is able to access it. There is a criteria for judging on what we are expecting. These are the submission deadlines every month. So for the month of July, this was the deadline, so on and so forth. This contest will be going up to end of April. So May 1 will be the last date of the contest. Okay, so this is for the Frequent Flyer Club Award. We already had one adjudication done for the month of July. August is almost done. We are almost ready with the results, but just waiting for two or three judges to give their final feedback. 2 judges, I think. Yeah. And then we'll have the next August winners as well. And September will follow in the next few days. I apologize for the delay, but some things we couldn't avoid. Any questions here for the Frequent Flyer Club Award? Because this is the most common one for everyone.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have a doubt. What is actually Frequent Flyer Club Award? Because I have no clue about this one.
Okay. Okay. Are you aware of what is the PR awards? Firstly, like, are you aware of the concept of PR awards?
Yeah, only the newsletter. If I submit 3 newsletters, you get an award. Like that is all I knew. Otherwise, I didn't know anything.
Okay. But you have got this particular PDF document with you. Have you accessed this?
No.
Okay. This is again, I'll be sharing this document at the end of the meeting, and you'll understand as I go throughout this particular presentation. The PR awards are a series of awards which are, which Toastmasters clubs, Toastmasters areas, Toastmasters division, and Toastmasters members in general are eligible to apply for and have an opportunity to win based on certain criteria which they follow for the judging. There are submission deadlines as well against each of the award categories. Now, this is what I had explained, that what are the general submission guidelines. This is called as the District 116 PR Public Relations Awards. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, these are the award levels, as I said. For the club level, you must have seen every club designing their flyers, right? The posters and flyers for the club meetings and events. Am I correct? At least you're aware of that?
Yes.
Yes. So what happens is we want to promote something that, the best flyers should be recognized and awarded. So we have put this as an award that every month, whichever clubs come out with their flyers need to submit their flyers to us within the given submission deadlines. These will be adjudicated by judges, and we will have 3 winners every month who will be declared as the best flyer design award. And for the sake of naming terminology, we have called them as the Frequent Flyer Club Award. It is a kind of a mix between a frequent flyer in an aeroplane, in travel wise, and of course, a flyer is called, the poster is called a flyer as well. So we wanted to make it a bit funny in that aspect. So that's the title itself. It's called a frequent flyer. And this is the description, that top 3 Club VP-PRs are recognized every month who design the best club flyers. I hope this gives you some clarity into the award.
Yes, I understood, but where do I submit it? That I don't.
Yeah, so and every document, okay, so once you're ready with your submission, say for example now, November 1 is your next deadline for all the flyers that you put in the month of October. This document has a link. Now, I'm not able to show you this link because I'm in presentation mode of sorts. When you click on this link over here, click on this title, it will open a Google Drive. It will open a Google Drive for this particular award. Go to the relevant month, double click it, and upload your flyer over there. That's all. That's how you submit. but make
Okay.
sure that you follow the naming criteria which is given. The document should be labeled in this format. So make sure that you
Oh.
follow this particular format and then you upload the document.
Okay. Sure.
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I understand.
And of course, you will see now as more awards come in ahead. The question is, could you provide feedback on the flyers that have been sent the month after the winners have been announced? Can you provide feedback? We would not provide feedback in general. We can only give a general feedback. And I think in the previous month, I had shared that most of the, I don't know if you were there in one of the meetings, but the district events wherein I had shared that most of the flyers were great. In fact, many of them were brand compliant, but many did not make the cut in the previous month because of brand compliance issues, and say, for example, if you use clip arts in your flyers, it is not allowed. So using clip arts on a Toastmasters creative or a flyer is a no-no. So no matter how good it looks, or even if you use an image which does not conform to Toastmasters, you put a picture of a landscape, that is not allowed by Toastmasters. You have to present a professional environment in which you're holding a meeting, right? I know this is very, the thing, so if you see the winners, they would have not used many like tree diagram or something like that. You have to present a very professional image in your flyers as well. So how you do that and how best you come out with creative ways is the challenge. So this is the general feedback I had received in one go. Many people don't know which exact the color or the shade they use is wrong. So that also disqualifies them. What happens is maybe on their computer screens it looks some different shade, but on many other screens it does not look the same. They do not adhere to the codes that are given for each of the colors. They just say blue and blue it is. No, it's not like that. Follow the codes, the color codes and everything. So these were a summarized feedback of what we had in the previous, the first month of the Flyer Awards. And yeah, so that's what I can share. Right. The next one is, of course, I'll go through this in a very quick manner because I think the time is also an essence and we want to make sure that we finish it in time. You're welcome. Publicity Pinnacle Award. Now, this Publicity Pinnacle Award is recognizing the clubs that gain visibility for club achievements in or activities in local media. So if you are if you have featured your club in any of the local print media or even the Toastmasters magazine, the Toastmasters International official magazine, any digital or TV or radio, and you have proof of that, or even the web media, which is not your club website or a district website, but something which is on a well-known web page or web media, give us the proof along with your submission entry should be with the proof, and they should be submitted to us. This contest is, of course, open till the year end because we know publicity takes time, and it becomes like a campaign over a period of time. So, any questions on this award?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Recently, one of our member, Toastmasters Sumati Rajkumar, she had been featured in Toastmasters International magazine.
Okay.
So, how do I submit this?
You can take a PDF of that. Like you can extract the page as a PDF.
Okay.
Mention that over there, like, and title it based on what you have, and that's it. Submit it.
Okay. In the same link where the submit.
Same link, CL2, na? You put in that folder properly.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. Next is the Vivacious Video Award. This is, of course, the video club promotion. Of course, many of you are promoting your clubs through videos, amazing videos. Now, the idea is to make sure that you promote your video following and conforming to Toastmasters guidelines, and make sure that you're promoting your club in a very positive way, and something like a visual storytelling, something which catches the audience and makes people wonder, oh wow, what a club that is. Something like having members testimonials. Remember, this should be for a club promotion. Okay, it can be for a meeting, but as long as it has certain qualities, like you're showcasing your club activities, what your club does, members testimonials during this. So, all these elements should be part of the video award. They must follow the video guidelines as well, along with the right amount of disclaimers and permissions. No questions, I'll go ahead. Okay. Social Savvy Club Award means any club which excels in social media presence, engagement, and effective promotions. Now, how engaging is that club in the online social media? Of course, it should be conforming to the brand values and the vision and values, the brand guidelines. Now, for example, you're talking about a Facebook page. You can have something called as the page metrics. If you're using a Facebook page as an admin, you would have access to the growth metrics, the metrics which are used to measure what is your club engagement and so on. During this time, at the end of May 1, 2021, you have to submit to us how the club, where you were and where you ended up. So all these will be much more easier to understand. So make sure that you provide us which online platform your clubs are on, your website, Twitter, Instagram, whatnot, everywhere. Make sure that your club is spread on all social media. It's free anyways, so why not? It's free publicity. Next is the Wondrous Website Award. I'm sure many of you have started building your club websites, and based on the criteria for judging, we need to have your website. So you need to submit a MS Word document or a presentation, which with the website link and some listing as well, screenshots as well as to what you're doing. So this will help us and our judges also to evaluate it better. So please start even a free toast host, anything, as long as it is the website, but it is adhering to all these things. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, I'd got, am I audible and visible? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'd got a internet connection unstable notice. I was like, what happened? So yeah, so this is for the Wondrous Club Website Award. Now, this is the Newsletter Award, the Club New Communicators Chronicle Award. This is for the newsletter. We've given the criteria, and it is minimum 12 pages, front and back. So come out of the newsletter, at least minimum 12 pages, front and back, in electronic PDF format. All right. This is, of course, the submission. You can host it on your online hosting sites like Issue and eSign and so on and so forth. Okay, there was a question. I'll come to this question in the chat box a bit later. Yeah. So make sure that all these things are covered most of these things are covered in your newsletter, so that it becomes easier for us to evaluate. The first round, of course, we just finished them. October 1 was the deadline for the first round. The next round of newsletters, since we have to give enough time for people to come out, to clubs to come out with newsletters, January 1 and then May 1. These are your 3 deadlines that we are giving you. Multiple entries are, of course, allowed, obviously. Right, there's a question, is credits in the end of the video mandatory and how it should be presented? Credits are good. I mean, you have to recognize who did the most of the work, right? I mean, it's a nice way to recognize members. And how is it to be presented? You can either come out with a very, I mean, best to put a text so that you can read and understand. But if you have any creative way of doing so, by all means, but try to make sure that the credits have the text name, as far as possible as well, because we need to read the name as well also, right. So this is for the club newsletters. Now the area public relations awards. Now this I won't be covering much because we are not area officials here, but they're still here. They have the frequent flyer area award. This is for the area. And this is for the newsletter, area newsletters. Some of them have it. This is again for the division, frequent flyer division and frequent division newsletter. It's the division communicators chronicle. Okay, question, 12 pages front and back means 24 sides in total or only 12 sides? It is 12 sides. Okay, that is what we want, trying to keep it, because if you're releasing, for example, monthly, then 12 sometimes is more than enough. We understand that. So minimum 12 pages front and back. So like 12 sides in total. All right, Toastmaster Jitin, all good. Now, the next one is the public relations awards in general. Now, this is open to all the general Toastmasters public. The Photography Supremo Award. Now, I want everyone you want to promote this. This celebrates Toastmasters members who capture moments embodying Toastmasters values and spirits to digital photography. So basically what you need to do is during club meetings, when you have a meeting, take some photos which showcase effective communication, leadership, personal growth, camaraderie, something which adds up very positive side of Toastmasters. And if you have the official TI club banner and branded items, even more better. These are certain criteria which we have. If the photo speaks a story, is there an impact? Try to come out with this. You can even do it like it may not be candid, but it can be planned also. You can do hundreds of things. So we want all your members or VP-PRs to come out with the best photography as well. So these are your 3 rounds. I don't think we have got any, but at least for the next round, we can give some photography awards as well. Right.
I have a question.
Yes.
For the PR1, suppose like what happened in our open house. I'm part of another club also.
Yeah.
During open house, one of the members took video of the open house, what the TMOD was saying and all that. Does this can that also be submitted? Because this
it's a photograph. No, it's a photograph, not a video. It's a photograph.
Video cannot be submitted.
No, it's a photograph because we want a photograph to be submitted for this particular criteria.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. Golden Quill Award. This is for all the writers here, and it's try to make sure that you can promoting the Toastmasters program to reach a larger society through local newspaper publication. If you write an article in a newsletter, in a newspaper, for example, or any publication promoting Toastmasters positively, this will be definitely one award which you'll be eligible for. The PR Maven Award. Now, this is the 3 outstanding club VP-PRs and how good they've been in strategic and PR communication, brand management, and all. The nomination should be from the club president. Of course, the respective club presidents will be notified to nominate somebody in this for this award. So any of you could win as a club VP-PR, and it's for the club VP-PR specifically. Right. Then you got the PR Powerhouse Club Award. Now, whichever club is like a powerhouse when it comes to PR, we need to recognize that. The nomination can be from the president, division director, area director, anybody can nominate, and guidelines mention, the detailed guidelines are mentioned in the relevant sheet. These are some helpful resources, which the links are also available here. Let the world know, governing documents, so on and so forth. We all have this. And these are our pages on various this thing. We have also added YouTube as well, as we have shared recently. Instagram is of course there, LinkedIn. So we are all here online. So that is related to the PR awards. Any questions? We'll share this document anyways. So yeah. So, right, of course, we'll share this presentation with the links to apply for the PR award. Yes, this will be shared Toastmaster Shabuna. We'll be doing so. I'll be, along with the other PDF documents, I'll be sharing it tonight. Any questions on the awards? Because, I hope that you all start applying for other awards as well, like the Photography Supremo Award and all. Something new, and forward this to your members, let them know that what you're doing and what your club is doing as well. So this will be an amazing opportunity for you even to promote your club as well.
Sir,
Yes.
may I have a question? PRA 1. So only one photograph, yeah, we are make the collage like this. PRA 1 photograph, na? PR1.
Yeah, try not to upload an album of sorts, and try to, I'll submit one this thing. If you're submitting a photograph, try to attach a document as well, which shows that what is the photograph about. So it's something that will help us understand what this photograph means to you. No need to, because see, if I know there can be a temptation to put 15, 20 photographs, but then they will all dilute the true essence of what the award.
Yeah, photo can visible properly what you do, visible properly.
So something which is like a very unique photo and something which is very positive, putting Toastmasters in a positive light. The cream of the cream photos, you can say, like that.
Okay. And second question, this is frequently flyer. We had a 2 meetings month. So how many flyers we can upload there? Two, 3, or only one?
You can upload more than one, okay? Because recently we allowed clubs to upload more than one. And the thing is, only one will win. So even if you get 2 great flyers, but because if your club wins one, then you'll only win 1 award. That's it. Because we want all the clubs to equally have a chance to win. Maybe you'll have the greatest designer. Then it will be unfair that, all 3 awards are yours. But so that's why we want to recognize the best of your flyer, suppose. And then the other 2 will be shared by any other clubs. This will be better and encouraging for all our members and clubs, of course.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. So you said only one flyer will win. For one club, only one flyer will consider. But in the last time they announced the result, that same club got 2 awards.
No, we corrected that. I think we corrected that. I don't know if you've seen the correction after that. It was
No, I had the flag Galaxy 2 times they win the.
2 times
no,
they
we shared the 1 second, huh? Let me show
No.
you.
Same picture you are said.
No,
Galaxy
I know,
win.
but no, I Galaxy, and after that we issued a, I think it's there on the WhatsApp group also, but let me show you 1 second. I think it was here. Just a moment. Please. Social media, no. I need to title my. Just a moment, sorry. Sorry. Wait, it's there on the Facebook page as well. Where is it? the group. Okay. We have lots of photos nowadays. Give me a moment, please. We just have to. Yeah. Okay. Shared. Wait, did I share it on? Okay, not on the. I think I shared it on WhatsApp. I think. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Wait. District 116 PR group. I'm not shared it on WhatsApp. Okay, my apologies. I don't know. Okay, you're right. I shared the same flyer twice. Okay, I will share with you. I will tell you who that second winner was. Hold on. I have it in Canva. Oh, this is my mistake. Then I shared the same image again. Hold on. Yeah, the next prize was won by Aurora Toastmasters. Okay, so I will share that screen. Here. Okay, this is the flyer. I'm so sorry if by mistake it was shared. Yeah, this I had made it on Canva and made it. So it was Aurora Toastmasters who got the next one. Galaxy had earlier got first and third, but then of course when we checked, okay, Aurora should have been number 3. So I'm sorry if that was. I'll try to see where I had communicated it. Maybe it was only shared within the PR core group, but I will make the correction and share this along with you. But bear in mind that this will be also the third club that will get the award as well. So each club will only win one award.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And thank you so much.
Yeah, no, sorry. That I think what was my mistake, and even it didn't like strike me when I was making the flyer, and then I shared the flyer, and oh yeah, then this was pointed out to me, and I thought the correction was done, but apparently it's not. So I think I'd replaced the same thing with the same flyer. But it is my mistake, and of course the prizes have not yet been given, so I have to go to the clubs and start giving the prizes accordingly. Yes, question, Toastmaster Madhuri.
While doing making flyer, the gradient, if I use it, is okay, na?
Yeah,
according to brand manual.
Yeah, but the gradient is having a particular system of doing so, right? The radials and everything. So if you see the brand manual, the gradient has a particular direction as well, right?
Yeah.
So make sure that you adhere to that and use the right color combination. Try to maintain that, and sometimes you know what happens is you try to mix two colors like white and red or black and red. Don't do that. Whatever the gradients have been given to you in the Toastmasters brand manual, use this only. So even if you use
while making this black means that page plain color, that gradient I'm using like this according to brand manual. And I want to ask, font effect. If I choose in Canva, that is okay, na?
One moment, sorry. Just a moment. I will first share, of course, you are aware of the gradients in the brand manual, right? So I need not go through that again.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Sorry. Yeah, your question was about the fonts.
In Canva, while making flyer, I use effect, font effect. That is okay, na?
Font effect is okay, but as long as it doesn't distort the font in the true essence. Meaning that you can add, because see, if it is not mentioned in the brand guideline about using effect for fonts, then you are okay to use it. Unless it is specifically mentioned that you cannot. So for example, I'll give you an example. When you use a font and you apply a yellow outline to a black text, for example, okay? Toastmasters brand guidelines does not have any problem with that because it doesn't mention it explicitly. So you can do so. But if you use a particular effect which distorts the font entirely, meaning that you used Gotham, for example, but when you put the effect, it doesn't look like Gotham, then you should avoid using it. That's the only time when you should not. But for simple thing like, giving the outline to already a Gotham font and, this thing, that's fine. That's the concept of the branding thing.
Okay. Thank you.
We are now in the open session of question and answers, just for your information. And you use the real color of social media logo. Could you clarify that? I mean, real color of social media logo, meaning picking the colors from the social media logo, or I'm a bit confused, Toastmaster Devi Prasad. That's your question. You posted directly to me. So if you could clarify that either by coming online and speaking, that would be best.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Toastmaster Devi Prasad. Hope you're
Yeah,
doing
because this logo, like now, Facebook, we have blue color logo.
Yeah.
This is not a brand complaint. So
Yes.
can we use that one, or we have to change to like a yellow or?
No, whatever the corporate, if Facebook logo is blue, you should not change it to Toastmasters brand color.
Yeah, so we can use direct same logo, like
Yeah, because it's as good as saying, like, because you're using a different organization's colors, right?
Yeah.
Nobody would recognize the Facebook logo if you put it into purple color, because then that would be Facebook. That would be some design you're doing.
We have 3 colors only, brand color, yellow.
Yeah, and each one of them has a purpose, right? Yellow is for accents, and maroon and blue are the primary colors. White and black are also accent colors, but since these are commonly used, they are not in the Toastmasters thing. But you can use black and white, but only as accent colors. Try not to use them as background. Means you can have a white background. White background means there is an absence of a background. But
so for that, these logos we can use same color as like a brand, their brands.
You have to, because that's their organization. They have their own brand guidelines, right? If you see our district flyers as well, if you see the joint district 116 on, and we have included the
I saw now. I saw your display.
So we have retained the same ones because we cannot change some other company's brand, like that.
Okay.
There's a question: can past events dated older than the edition period be included? Past events, okay, fine. I mean, it's you can mention that. I mean, as long as as there's a question basically. Okay, can past events dated older than the edition period be included in the newsletters? Means the ones they missed out in the previous version. So you can do that, because if you've forgotten something to report in the previous newsletter, you can cover it up in the next. That's fine. Okay, just make sure that the dates and everything are correct. That's about it. The important thing is recognizing people, recognizing members. So that's fine.
I have one more question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now suppose we are having a joint meeting. So flyer is released. Now both the clubs can submit the same flyer for their awards.
But who is making the flyer? Which club is making the flyer?
My
right?
club is making the flyer.
Yeah. So whichever club is making the flyer has to submit. Right? Means the club VP-PR of club A makes the flyer, they have to submit.
Okay, so the VP-PR of the other club cannot submit that award?
We have the first core value of integrity, right? So,
Right.
so we have to maintain that. So
Right.
even the club B will understand that, this is not something we made. And, if they do that, then of course, then it's a dispute to be resolved. But integrity's sake, I mean, you should not gain credit for something you haven't done. So simple as that.
Like recently we had a joint meeting and that the VP-PR of the other club asked me and I said, okay, go ahead, no problem.
But you see, now this is an understanding between both of you, but who made the flyer? You did. I mean, then it's up to you if you want to like waive off everything and then they can submit it. Try to have it in written as far as practically possible in emails or something, just to avoid any issues later on. I know it's not a major issue, but then we don't want any discrepancies or last moment things. So if possible, if you are doing that artwork, make sure that you get credit for it, because in the end you are spending your time for something, and you're not getting paid for it. So you have to, I mean, let's be very frank and honest here. If you're putting in your hard work, you should gain credit for it. It's good to be leaders, like, okay, go take, no problem, but fine. But honestly, you're to respect your time.
Encourage him because he was doing VP-PR for the first time.
Yeah. Then that person, well, honestly, like let that person learn and do it on their own and then get credit. You learn by doing. I mean, it's a learning journey anyways. No, so simple as that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, Toastmaster Sudhir, we had the same issue. So I'm not concerned about the credit or the award, but we then include that flyer in our newsletter because we agreed mutually within the three clubs. One would take care of the flyer, one would take care of logistics, one would take care of probably the role players. So that's how the responsibilities were distributed. And now we don't have any other flyer for that particular meeting, so we can include that in our newsletter, right? Even if we weren't specifically the ones who designed it.
No, if okay, here's the thing. For your newsletter, you can, but to gain, but because it's something of a joint meeting which you had, so it is like a promotion. That's fine. Because you're promoting that event, and you will be also mentioning with which other club you had that joint meeting.
Yes.
So that is already there. But to get the credit for an award,
no, that's fine. That is clear. Yeah, it's the person who designed it.
Something because you hadn't done it, but because you can promote, because why are you using a flyer to promote, right? And you are part of that meeting. Simple as that.
Okay.
Right. Any other question, or we still have got 10 minutes before we can wind up? And if none, I mean, you all can keep asking me later on also. I mean, if you forget something, so don't worry about that. It's not like I'm going to go and not be available for 1 month or something. So it's fine. Yeah, but this, I hope you got the concept of this particular session, right? I mean, the open house, because it's important that we all connect and understand what your concerns are. And hopefully we and just to give you an idea, we wanted a PR excellence workshop for newsletters. I was approaching somebody in District 20, but unfortunately they had a last moment thing and we had to cancel that. And, it went back and forth with some few things. So I understand that the time for newsletters has gone. Do you still want it for newsletters, or do we approach a new topic? I will put a poll in the group later on so that at least you can, contribute. But I would like to hear from you. Is there anything else in PR which you need particular guidance or training on?
Sir, newsletter. I don't know how to make newsletter. I am from NIT, so I don't know about the newsletter, how to make.
All right. So definitely newsletter is definitely there. I mean, just that what happened was, because of that up and down in timing, we missed that. And then, of course, the deadline passed away. So definitely I'll hold it for a newsletter. I'll get into that trainer again, and we'll try to make sure that, we have that PR excellence series, like how to create a proper newsletter and, like get you on board. But if there is anything else apart from newsletter which you need immediate attention, then let us know so that, we can also do that. But for sure, newsletter will be there, definitely.
Probably just how to get contacts in the newspapers, because we want to publish our articles, but we don't know who to approach. Is it a paid thing? We're completely in the dark. So maybe some guidance on that would be helpful.
Newspapers, see what happens is in most of our Toastmasters activities are reported in the community section part of the newspaper. It does not fall into the category of a news event, right? So all our activities to be featured in the community are free of charge. Okay, we don't need to pay anything. The only thing is that you need to get in touch with the right publication. Say, for example, Gulf Times or Peninsula. You need to approach them, build up a rapport with them, and tell them that, we have that. Even for us in between, we had a bit of a tough time in between because one or two of our people who were earlier contacts in Gulf Times were not there, and it became a bit of an up and down thing. Then, of course, we got it through. The issue here in Qatar is Toastmasters is not the only cultural thing here. There are many who are vying for that space and everything. So the best thing which I can advise you all is to call up Gulf Times, the editorial team, visit their offices. They're both in the same region only, like C Ring Road and I think D Ring Road or something. Try to have that. Additionally, what we are doing is hopefully by next week, as part of our district, we will be approaching them. At least we are approaching one of the publications, and we'll put in a word that if clubs also come in, to consider it, because this is one of the challenges we have faced. Many of you would have sent emails, but there have been no responses, and that way. But the feedback that we've got from the newsletters is that they have got large volumes of such articles. One important thing is try to edit your articles, have proper photos, and make sure that you edit them properly, because the newspapers don't want to spend too much time editing your articles. So make sure that the editing process is done. So at least that will kind of like easily save of time, and then they can put it for production. So that is one advice. But we'll try it maybe by next week, not this week, of course. Trying it by next week. We are trying to, myself and Didi are planning to go to one of the publications to see what best way to help our, promotional activities. So if we can do that, fine. But at least wait for us till next week also, and we'll see. We can advise you something.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Is it compulsory to publish all 3 newsletters? Compulsory to publish. You have to publish all newsletters, right? I mean, publish it in the social media. You'll have to publish it online. So yeah, I mean, publication is important. You can't just like not publish it. That's beside the point. Yeah. Or you mean you need 3 newsletters, right? If that's the case, then yeah, that's what the criteria mentions. If I
No, sir. Because we missed our first publication, means it was October 1st, right? So we not received any articles, nothing. So we couldn't make it. That's what I'm asking. All 3 newsletters is compulsory, or we can any one like that?
Okay. I think in the this thing we have made a mention of 3 newsletters.
Yeah.
But let me take a call on that. Let me discuss it with the team. And if no, but it's published. No, because this will be okay. Here's the thing. Your newsletters is at least 1 per 3 months. So, for example, July to September period, you should have minimum 1 submission. And then you will be evaluated for that period only. Okay. For October to December, you either have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as much as you want. And 5 is a huge number, I know, but you know, say for example, October, November, and December. Even if you come out with 3, great. But even for this period, you come out with 1, no problem.
Okay.
You understand? So, okay, I didn't get your question when I...
No, actually, I'm also new VPPR of Aurora. So the first 3 months, I took time to understand what is this VPPR and all. So in that only, that magazine, I didn't, not collected that much articles and nothing. So...
Oh, no problem. I mean, even if you missed this particular segment, that's fine. You still have 2 rounds left. So it's okay. Yeah. So don't worry. Sorry, I was thinking that, you know, you need to publish your newsletters in the sense like promote it, publish as in, sorry, my misunderstanding on that question. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
So you said that we can publish more than 1 newsletter every quarter, right? So say we're publishing 1 newsletter each month, but only 1 newsletter goes in for the contest.
Yeah. So basically, even if you submit all 3, for example, okay.
Yeah.
Because see, the fact that you come out with 3 means you should be encouraged. So we'll accept all 3. Okay.
Okay.
And,
but only
1 will win.
Okay, got it.
The best one will win.
All
I mean,
right.
you know, it's like, you know, you get a lucky draw, you know, you get your more chances of winning by having more entries, right? So
Okay.
that way. 1 minute left. Any final question for this meeting before we can wind up, or I can? Yeah. Okay, Lena. Master Lena.
Yes. Our newsletter was released in the last week of September.
Okay.
For officially launching the newsletter, our club meeting was in the first week of October.
Okay.
Because we had
no problem.
Sent our, so how do I go about submitting it to PR?
Oh, okay. You did not.
Our previous meeting.
When did you release it? Do you have any? This thing that you released it in September?
No, we had done all the work. We had released it in our club WhatsApp group, and officially that clicking and taking photos of releasing the news.
Because the release should have been, so ideally the release, even if it was done on 26 September or something, you should have released it online and done the formal one at the club meeting later on. So in that case, you can put it into the October review. It'll be treated as the October submission.
Okay, right.
Right. So I think that's about it. So thank you all. We are just 1 minute over time. I think we started at 7:05. So we still technically have 4 minutes in the pipeline, but still, for the purpose of meeting time, and thank you all for coming. I hope this session met your requirements to some degree. And we'll try to come out with some things and, to help you. Of course, the newsletter workshop being one of them, and we'll try to make sure that it's held properly and, you get the right idea. There are some PR events which will be happening throughout as the time goes on, maybe as the weather gets better. You'll all be notified accordingly. What I want from all you Club VP-PRs is keep the promotion thing going on. You're now into your role, settling in. Promote. Remember one thing, that you are promoting Toastmasters, and it's something that is positively seen. And you don't have to spend a lot of money for anything. Simple social media is always available for you for promotion. Your website is there, free toast host, free flyers and everything. So gather a team. Don't do this alone. Have at least a few people along with you, at least on a part-time basis, and don't take too much stress. Okay, deadlines are there, but you have to remember one thing: this we are doing it for enjoyment. Okay, so try to have a team. That will help a lot, and reduce your burden on whatever you have. So take it easy, and don't worry. I know all of you, whichever clubs I see, whichever clubs are present here, I know, I've heard about your clubs. You've really promoted many aspects of your clubs also, and it's absolutely great. So you're doing a great job. Keep at it and see how you can get better as time goes on. That's about it. And have fun. Don't forget to have fun in the process. That's the only thing. That's how you'll be VP-PRs. That's the best part about this role. So fine. Thank you so much. Appreciate it very much, and look forward to the next session. And thank you all for coming, and wish you a good night. I'll send the documents in the WhatsApp group throughout the night. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stop
Thank
the
you, sir.
recording.